We have all been there. One of those days that just goes completely off the rails. But what if you had a simple toolkit you could pull out to turn it all around? Well, today we're going to walk through 5 super simple but really effective rituals you can use to hit that reset button on a bad day.
You know that feeling, right? One tiny thing goes wrong. Maybe you spill your coffee or you get that one frustrating email, and then boom, suddenly the entire day just feels like it's rolling downhill, picking up speed and negativity with every single hour. It's a feeling we all know.
But here's the thing, you're not actually stuck in that downward spiral. The secret isn't about some magic fix for everything that went wrong. It's way, way simpler than that. It's just about interrupting the pattern. That's it.
Okay, so how do we actually do that? Well, our first ritual is all about creating a really clear mental break. I want you to think of it like finding a literal, physical reset button for your entire day.
And the psychology behind this is actually pretty cool. See, our brains are hardwired to associate certain actions with transitions. So when you do a small symbolic act, you're sending a direct signal to your brain that the frustrating part of the day is officially over. You're basically telling yourself, okay, that was then, we're starting a new chapter right now.
And look at how simple these can be. Taking a shower to wash off the day literally changes your body temperature and helps regulate your mood. Changing your clothes signals a shift from work you to home you. Even something as small as making a cup of tea forces you to pause, breathe, and create that new chapter in your day.
All right, ritual number 2. This one is so powerful, especially for those moments when your brain just will not cooperate. This is all about using your body to change your mind. It's so easy to forget that our thoughts and feelings aren't just happening in some vacuum up in our heads. They're deeply, deeply connected to what's happening in our bodies. So when you're stuck in a negative loop, trying to think your way out of it can feel impossible. The trick? Sidestep your brain and change your biology first.
And get this, it doesn't take much. Not at all. Research shows that as little as 2 minutes of movement is enough to start shifting your body's chemistry. It starts reducing those stress hormones and releasing tension. Just 2 minutes. That's it.
And just look at these examples. We're not talking about a full-blown gym session here. This is all about low-motivation, high-impact movement. Dancing to one of your favorite songs, doing a few squats right where you are, or just stretching. These tiny actions release endorphins and help break the physical pattern of stress that's holding you down.
And this right here, this is the most important thing to remember for this ritual. The goal is not fitness. The goal is a state change. You're just using your body as a lever to shift your immediate emotional experience from stressed and frustrated to something just a little bit lighter, a little more centered.
Okay, on to ritual 3. Now, what about when your brain just feels like a tangled up mess of worries? This next technique is designed specifically to untangle that mental knot. The reason we feel so overwhelmed is often because all our problems are just swirling around and around in our heads, all jumbled together. The moment you get them out by writing them down on paper, you force your brain to stop that looping. It's a simple act that actually lowers the emotional heat of the thoughts.
So here's a super simple exercise that takes like 90 seconds. Step 1, just write down the facts, what happened. Step 2, name the emotion, how did it make you feel? And step 3, get specific, what exact part is still bugging you right now? You'll often find the real problem is way smaller and more manageable than it felt inside your head. All right, let's talk ritual number 4. This one is all about tackling that awful feeling of helplessness that creeps in on a bad day. This is how you reclaim your sense of agency. Just think about the mental shift here for a second. A bad day makes you feel totally passive, right? Like you're just a victim of whatever's going on. But when you complete even one tiny task, you totally flip the script. You go from a mindset of things are happening to me to I am making things happen. And there's some really cool brain science behind this. When you achieve any goal, no matter how small, your brain releases a little bit of dopamine. And that chemical hit, it doesn't just feel good. It literally rebuilds your confidence and your belief that, yeah, you can actually get things done.
And the key here is to keep the task ridiculously small. I mean, we're talking about washing a single cup, or just answering that one super easy email. These things are so tiny, they're almost impossible not to do, but completing them is enough to shift your momentum from I'm totally drowning to, okay, I can do this.
And that brings us to our 5th and final ritual. This one is all about looking ahead just a little bit and intentionally changing your emotional forecast for the rest of the day.
See, this ritual taps into the incredible power of anticipation.
And hope isn't just some fluffy, nice-to-have feeling. It's a really potent psychological weapon against stress. When you have something good to look forward to, it can lift your mood instantly, long before the thing even happens.
And this doesn't have to be some big, grand plan. It can be as simple as deciding, you know what, tonight I'm going to watch my favorite comfort show, or I'm going to call that friend who always makes me laugh. You're just giving yourself a small, guaranteed reward to look forward to.
So there you have it. Pressing a reset button, shifting your biology, untangling your thoughts, reclaiming control with a tiny win, and giving yourself something to look forward to. 5 simple, powerful tools to take back your day when it goes off the rails.
And that's really the whole point, isn't it? These aren't just abstract ideas, they're actions you can take. So the only question left is, the next time you feel a day starting to snowball, which one of these rituals are you going to use first?